It used to be that having a full-time job meant you could afford a roof over your head. Maybe not a mansion, but a decent place to sleep, shower, and raise a family. But that baseline of the American dream is quietly being erased. Across the country, a growing number of working-class people are being priced out of basic housing and forced into a new kind of survival mode. They aren't traveling for fun or chasing a trendy van life aesthetic. They are living in sedans, SUVs, and minivans in Planet Fitness parking lots simply because wages haven't kept up with skyrocketing rent. This is what the housing crisis actually looks like on the ground.
This is what nights look like for me right now. Living this way has taught me a lot about myself. I've learned that I don't actually need as much as I thought I did. I've learned how to be a minimalist, not just with my things, but with my expectations. With the noise, with the pressure to have everything figured out. I finally settle in for the night when it's dark and quiet. That's usually when I talk to God the most. I read my devotional. I remind myself who I am outside of my circumstances.
What's happening is wrong. I was homeless for 5 years and now I live in a long-term stay hotel. I work full-time, but I don't make enough money to qualify for an apartment because I don't make $5,000 a month. And yes, that is how much these apartments want you to make to be able to live in there. And not to mention, they want you to have perfect credit, have $5,000 just for deposits, and on and on and on. And it doesn't seem to matter what side we vote for because we've put both sides over the last several years into office and the results are the same. Groceries go up, gas goes up, rents go up, house prices go up, but wages are not going up in our country. The CEOs at the top, if you look across the board in 2025, most of them got huge raises in their compensation packages, as they call it. But what about us, the working class, the foundation of America? Where is our American dream? And I think it's time that we stop fighting with each other. I used to blame the other side, and I'm going to stop that because it's not doing any good. We need to come together and come up with some sort of solution because what is happening is not working out.
Hey family, it is officially 1:50 in the morning and I'm officially homeless. I'm officially in my car. I am officially in my car at the gas station because I have to come and get some wraps because it just hit me. Reality just hit me. I have nowhere to fucking go. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Everybody I know is asleep. So I guess this will be the first day I'm thugging it out in my car. So I do got a car full of stuff that need to be dropped off in the morning. So I guess I'm going to pull up somewhere in the facility where my first drop at. And I believe that is my best friend's house. I got a bag of stuff that I will be delivering to her house first thing in the morning. Yeah, so I'm gonna roll up and thug it out.
Damn, y'all see that Planet Fitness? It'd be crazy, right? Because I'm living in the car and be like, you can come to my house and shower. Shit, I got my own shower. You come to my house and do this. Now I got my own crib. I don't need to go to your house when I got my own house. But it'd be crazy though. When it be hot, like I be door dashing all day, my air conditioning in the car work. Oh shit, here go the house right here. The air conditioning in the house work, but I need to change a motor mount, so my shit be shaking. And I need to put some air in the house. I need to put some air on the tire in the house. All right. Somebody hit my house a couple weeks ago. Oh, now you want to come? Yeah, Get the stare down. Don't you park over here in my yard, nigga. To my house. Nigga, hot. But today it wasn't as hot and I found some shade. So I was able to sleep till like 10. funny, I was looking at the comments on the last post. People like, why you sleeping in the car? Because I don't feel like paying no rent. And I just got a refrigerator. Got my refrigerator at the crib. Oh shit, let me take these apples out, put them in the refrigerator. But yeah, I get to travel the country. I get to do what I want to do, all because I live in a car. I'm about to make some posts right after this that shows a bunch of shit that I done did because I do live in the car. And the crazy part about living in the car is that I've lived in the most extreme cold in Buffalo in the middle of winter, where it was an average of 15 degrees living in the car. And then I've came and lived here in Vegas, 109 degrees. Where my apples at? Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got a good amount, too. Throw all them in the refrigerator. And that's what it is. Shit, I travel in the country. I do comedy. And my next stop after fireworks is going to be Austin, Texas. So that's just what it is. I'll answer more questions later. I got all types of videos. I'm just, I don't be having time to put all this shit out. And I'm just trying to put it out. Oh, shit. So that's what it is. Peace, love. And until the next time.
Day 60. I'm Lorenzo and this is where I live. I lost my job in mid-April. That same week I made a decision. No lease, no debt, no panic. Just this. Me, my 2011 Mercedes GLK, a plan, and Ollie. This is Northern Michigan. When you live in your car, the entire state becomes your backyard. No rent, no lease, no walls. Just Ollie, the GLK, and whatever's out there today. Living out of a traditional van hasn't been as easy as living out of a cargo van or a camper. But everything in here has a job. Power, sleep, storage, and climate. I'm documenting all of it. The systems, the routines, the wins, the hard nights. This is day 60. The rebuild is already in progress. If you're curious of how it actually works, stick around.
Hi, I'm off work. I'm starving. Let's go get my favorite teriyaki bowl. This week is definitely gonna be hotter than the week before. It already is. I'm not gonna have a fun time at night. Let's go get food. I'm starving. That took longer than expected, but it's okay. Video is coming, but about this. One of my mother's friends saw one of my videos and decided to tell my mother about how I've been sleeping in my car, and send her some of my videos. So now my parents know. And I explicitly said in previous videos I wasn't telling my parents because I knew this would happen. Nothing would happen. You guessed it, guys. I'm doing DoorDash. But update, I finally got hold of the right documents for my insurance and I applied to Spark and I'm on a wait list. Of course. So now I'm on a wait list for Spark and Instacart. I don't see the Instacart changing anytime soon. It's been like probably over a year by now. If you guys did Spark and you were on a wait list, how long did you have to wait? I'm gonna take this time to organize back there. I forgot my phone. So I need to get out my clothes for tomorrow. My pillowcases for my pillow that I cleaned. Okay. My gym things. I'm gonna get a better bag. I have to wait till payday. Story of my life. I don't know if it's the heat or what, but I get so tired so much quicker now. And I've said before, I'm a huge night owl, which has actually been a problem when you work in the mornings, but I could lay down right now and go to sleep. It's only 7:40. Basically, I just hang around in my car. If I'm brave enough, I'll go out on the grass with a blanket. It doesn't get dark here until like 9:15, 9:30. Yeah. Just wait. I don't care if it's not dark out and people can look at me. I need to take off this sunscreen. It's killing me. Oh my god, it's so much better. Just went to the gas station for the night and we're gonna go wait another half hour until it's like darker and then go park for the night. Someone just parked in the space that I usually park. Okay, they left, but now there's a stupid semi truck. That's his light on my face. I'm just gonna put my coverings on the front window. Sorry, I moved to the back. He's here by my head. We're gonna lock my car now. Get dressed. Let me get my fan. Kindle and my power box. Where is my fan? Okay. Fan is on. I know it's hard to see. I have my lamp. It's a touch. I wish it was a little dimmer, but okay. And I leave my driver's side seat empty, just in case I need to make a quick getaway. There's people around, so I'm just trying to be quiet. It's almost 10:30, and by this time I just read on my Kindle, I plug my phone in, and I chill. And then I try to go to sleep. So, thanks so much for spending the night with me and watching this video and watching how I live. And all your support, you guys, mean so much. Have a great night. Bye.
I've been living in my car. I've been trying to keep my car looking as normal as possible because I work a full-time job and I don't want anybody, you know, to know that I live in my car. But honestly, I don't care anymore. This is my home. I have a job. I have a goal, and this is what I'm doing to reach that goal. Wally World. I'm gonna try the small one, and if I like it, I'll come back and get the big one. Ooh, I like this one. $15. Ooh. No. I'm gonna try to get my laundry done in 2 loads because I don't want to spend a lot of money at the laundromat. Today's gonna be a great day. Scylla is clean. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, what are y'all doing?
I've been homeless for the last 7 months and trying to hide it. And I realized how many people are in the same shitty position that I'm in. So I'm gonna tell you how I've been surviving it. I started this morning at 6 o'clock. I woke up at a rest stop where I slept in my car. Thank God it didn't rain last night. I got up, I drove to Planet Fitness. I fixed my hair, I brushed my teeth. I halfway charged my portable batteries so that I can run my cooler that pretty much like lives in my car all the time. People always ask me about those batteries. There's a lot more people than I realize that are in the same position or that are just on the road or on the go or whatever and need resources. Because we're humans, we're needy, right? So now I'm at the gas station. I figured out that truck stops and gate gas stations have microwaves. So I'm gonna heat some food up in this gas station and probably change my shirt. I can't find my bra right now. I have so much shit in this car. It's so crowded and cramped in here. I don't know where my bra is, so that's my job. I have an appointment at 10:30 and I really need to wear a bra, so that will be my next thing of the day. Later on, I do have a hotel reservation. Hopefully that will work out. I have mast cell activation and chemical sensitivity, so usually hotels don't work out for me, but I thought it's a Hilton, it's less fragranced. I thought I would give it a shot. Could really use a place to like stretch out and lay down, charge all my stuff, get things out of my car, unpack, so I can see what's in here because it's so crowded and cramped that like I can't even see what I have in here. So that's today. This is 7 months of being homeless and staying alive until I find an Airbnb or a place to live that isn't making me sick.
I had a roommate, he's like, I'm moving out. I said, where are you moving to? He said, I'm not ready to tell you yet. And I was like, oh shit, what are you moving in with my ex-girlfriend or something? And he eventually says, I'm doing van life. I'm moving into a van. No more rent for me, just me in the open road. Except he didn't go travel anywhere. He just lived in the van parked outside of our house. And then he would knock on the door and be like, you think I could use the bathroom?
It's pretty horrible. People like that, they live in their car. They're in Walmart parking lot every day. They gotta sleep there. They must not have nowhere to go. It's terrible what the world's coming to. I think I'm gonna stop by and give them some food and see how they're doing. Doesn't hurt to stop and see if everybody's okay. Might make their day better, and yours.
Cars are more and more just becoming homes for people because they can't afford these prices. They can't afford rent. They can't afford to buy a home. Look at these stories that I found, these personal stories that people have been sharing about the difficulties that they are experiencing currently.
Last night after I took a shower, I was in the changing room and somebody else was taking a shower at the gym. I hear two women come in and they were like,
oh my gosh, is somebody taking a shower? Oh, no way.
And then just laughter between these two women were cracking up. And they're like,
I cannot believe they're using the shower.
Like they're cracking up. And I'm just like, excuse me? So I walk out. I'm already ready to say something. I walk out and I realize that it's two young women and probably in their 20s. Maybe they were even in their teens. And I just look at them. They're looking at me. I smile. And in my mind, I am just saying, I hope and I pray that you do not ever have to go through the hardships that we have to go through, that us that are living in our car. Not only that, but I also pray that your children's children don't ever have to go through that. Not only that, but you can tell you're already immature because you don't realize that some people use the showers because they don't want to get their car dirty. Or they use the showers because right after the gym, they have to go to work. You know, so like, I don't know. But anyway, I had a great sleep. I had a great sleep. I had a great shower. I had such a great sleep that I just woke up. It is 9:30 and I woke up like around 9:05 or whatever. I don't typically sleep that long, especially living in my car, because obviously you gotta get in, you gotta get out. You don't want anybody to know anything or see you. But this sleep was so good.
If you don't want to blow all your money on rent, then just live in your car. You can DIY tint your windows with tapestries. You can get a trifold to put in the back, put up some scarves, have this container that's for food, but it also serves as a place for me to cook. I also have another container down there. I also have a 5-gallon water just to have water on hand, and a propane tank that allows me to cook. And if you can afford it, or if you can find something on Facebook Marketplace, an overhead storage is amazing for stuff that you don't want to have to carry with you inside of your car. I've been doing this for the last 5 years, and it's honestly not as hard as you think it is. It's actually really easy, and I've saved all my money from not paying someone else's mortgage, so this could be your sign.
What public parking lot should I sleep overnight in my car at tonight? Should I sleep at Lowe's or a Planet Fitness? Alright, just pulled up at Lowe's. Lowe's is a bigger parking lot. It seems like there's 2 other nomadic people here. One in a car, one in an RV. But it's where I like to... I don't even want to explain all that. So it's a big parking lot. There's lights. Let's go check out Planet Fitness. So I just pulled in Planet Fitness. I found a good parking spot. There's a schoolie over there and an RV over here. But a tow truck just pulled up next to this RV. They got out and like talked to the guy. And now they're pulled like beside the RV, but not like they're gonna tow it. So now I'm wondering, like, did Planet Fitness call on these people? Because this one schoolie has been here for over a month. But I'm like, are they towing people out that aren't supposed to be here? But I like it here because there's like work cars back here. I don't know if they belong to Advance Auto or what. So I backed my car in. So I'm like blocked in. And then I have like a median type thing on my right side. Dang. And in the morning, if I wake up here, I just gotta walk inside to take a shower.
I live in a car and I worry that by the time I get a van that I won't even be able to experience van life or those comforts in extents because of the way the nation is going right now. And if something doesn't change, then any action that I take other than getting an apartment or a house is just illegal.
Hey guys, I'm Jack and I live out of my car. Now I'm choosing to live out of my car to not only finish paying off my debt, but to also save money to be able to get an apartment for my son and I. Because a lot of people think for some reason that I abandoned my son. You can judge all you want, but I never abandoned my son and I'm never going to. Now I'm giving myself a 4-month goal. So by the end of this year, I am hoping that I reach my, and I will. I know I am. If you guys want to be part of my journey, that would be so great. I love having you guys here. I love the community that we've built here because everyone here is so sweet. I love that there's no hate. I love that there's no negativity. And that's what I strive for everyone to be. So I got 4 months to finish paying off my debt and save enough money to be able to get an apartment. After that, I am very much hoping that I can, you know, settle down. Car life is cool and I do recommend anyone to do it if you do want to save money. But me being a mother, I don't think I could take doing car life any much longer than the end of this year. I would want to buy an RV and then travel with my son. I think that'd be so great, but that would be in the future. And I'm very, very, very excited to see how that plays out. I'm doing this for my son. At this point, nothing can stop me from accomplishing this.
So I'm preparing to live in a vehicle with 3 children. I got rid of the bed that was once in here. I need to sort through everything else. That's an empty closet now. And I got rid of patio things. We had a chair thing and we also had a trampoline and a slide. I set up the pool just so the kids feel like it's summer for now, but it's going down as soon as we leave. And then I sorted through my clothes. So here's what I did with my clothes. I'm still sorting through jackets. I got rid of my dresser that was here. There's all the clothes that I'm planning to keep, and I'm gonna resort again too. I have a huge box in the garage. I got rid of a lot of decorations. I got rid of a lot of just things that were there. I had to throw out a whole box of journals because rats got to them.
How do I make my car livable for me and my 2 children?
should I put an air mattress back here, because I'm going to sleep in the passenger seat, but I want them to be comfortable right here. And we have to put our clothes in here, so I'm thinking about putting the clothes under the seats right there. And then when we're about to drive, just lift this up, then, you know, put the car seats right here. But that's the thing, I have to keep the car seats in here, so I'm thinking about putting the car seats right there. And then because I want them to sleep like right here, probably, no, closer to me, so over there, because when I pull the passenger seat back, it's going to block the right here. So maybe I'll put the car seats right here, have one of them lay here, the youngest one lay here, the oldest one lay here, have our clothes, baskets and stuff right here, because we have one big thing. All of our clothes are in there. And yeah, and then the driver's seat, I'll have, you know, the extra stuff that we have, like, you know, stuff like that. I don't live in my car, but if I had to, that's what I would do. If I had to. This is just a video just to help people who live in their car, to help them map it out, because that's a good map out, to be real. So a lot of people are asking me, how did I get into this situation and how I got there? And I'm going to pray that I can say this the best way possible and keep it short and brief. Basically, guys, I have not known myself my whole life. I always let somebody tell me who I was and what I wanted to do. I always wanted to make people proud. So I kind of shrank myself to make people happy, and I still didn't make people happy. I'm 32 years old, guys. What really woke me up is when I hit 30 and I had everything I could ever want. I had the great career. I was making the most money I ever made in my life. And I'm sure there'll still be more jobs out there like that, but I wasn't happy. I had certain people, when you get to a certain place in your life, that start hating on you because they always see you in this down and out state, and a lot of hate came from that, and I didn't know how to take the hate either. I know people be like, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. A lot of times people will sabotage you, like seriously get you in a bunch of trouble and stuff like that, when they don't want to see you succeeding. And these are people that are close to you. When I tell you, so many people like came up against me and told me I was changing, I was doing this, that, and the other, all because I wanted to do better about myself, and I had the capabilities of doing better about myself. And it wasn't like I wouldn't put them on. Like I want to bring people with me. I like helping people, but it's like they didn't care that my so-called friends and family, certain ones, didn't like seeing me happy. And I was already going through a lot. I had lost my best friend. This is the only person who knew a lot about me and would check up on me on a daily basis. So if y'all didn't know, I had joined the military, and I ended up getting I had to leave because I ended up injuring my legs and I couldn't pass my PT test. So they sent me home for 6 months to leave and come back. And I didn't want to do that because, y'all, I was like a week away from graduating, and I could not pass that final PT test. And it was only the run. Like, I went through the whole basic training, y'all. So I ended up staying there for 4 extra months to try to heal. Y'all, there's a lot to go through in my eyes. Like, my mindset was set for 8 weeks to be in basic training. If you do anything other than that, like, my mind is fried. Like, I'm clocking out at this point. And it really hurt me because when I went to the military, y'all, when I tell y'all, I gave everything I owned away for free. I gave it all, and I don't regret that, because I know, like, I'm like, my life at the start, I'm about to just give this stuff. Like, it was nice, but when I got back to nothing, I'm like banking on people to kind of like help, I guess, and I should have never thought that, no way. But that didn't come. And in that moment, like I told y'all, my best friend had passed while I was in the basic training. Like, the way I found out, like, you know, you get certain phone calls, and I was calling him on my phone, my one little phone call or whatever, and he kept going to voicemail. So I'm like, why what is happening? Why? And so something told me to call this auntie, my auntie. And I really, she's my older auntie, and I don't know what just popped in my head to make me call her. I didn't talk to her that much, but I knew I had it since I had left. And basically, she was just, I'm sorry about your friend. I'm thinking it's this guy that I used to talk to in high school, because she know his parents, so she know them. I'm thinking she always bring him up, like, where he at? And I'm like, girl, I don't talk to that man no more. I don't know.
It was high school. But she was like, no, not him. She was talking about the one. This is the guy who I talked to, like, when I got off the plane. Like, he's the one I called to tell I made it. So he passed, and I could not grieve that at that moment. And then, like, so many other things had came up. I'm here for 4 more months, and yes, I was getting paid, but like I said, this is an environment where it's like they don't care. You're in basic training. So imagine doing that for 4 months instead of 8 weeks. That's a lot. And it was like I'm like 27, and I'm around these kids, and they being extra, and it's I love my flight members at the time. I don't know them now, y'all. That's the reason I said that. But it's like I can deal without that. And so I get home, and I come back to a boyfriend, I guess, that I think me and him really didn't want to be with each other. We were just kind of passing the time till we did something better with our lives. And I know that sounds terrible, but it's the truth. Like, as much as I didn't want to be with him, I think he didn't want to be with me, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. And we just wasting each other's time. Like, I started sleeping on the couch at one point. Like, he didn't want to grow with me or develop, and I was cool with that. Like, cool. Like, and I started, this is where the job comes in. I started working at this aerospace company. Very great job, obviously, building airplane parts and stuff like that. And I wanted to change my life, so I had decided that, like, maybe I'm not doing something right. Let me open up more, because I'm a very private person. I was a very private person. So I'm like, let me open up more. And I know that wasn't probably the best place to do it, but I tried to open myself up more to people, because, you know, one, you're already grieving, and you kind of want to replace that friend. Now, I can't replace him, but it's like, okay, you know, and I'm kind of winging away from people from my hometown, stuff like that. So let me try to open up at this job, because I really don't open up. And I start talking to certain people, and let's just say it was just, I don't want to give energy to that no more. It was the worst decision of my life, though. And this is what I mean, why people will try to sabotage you. I didn't know it was an issue, you know, for you to go to work and just be to yourself. Like, people will have an issue with you because you don't want them to know you, so they go out of their way to get to know stuff about you, and then they use the people close to me to do it too. So it kind of hurt. Me and that boyfriend actually broke up before I even started working there, because my mental health had got so bad. Like, I didn't want to live this life. Like, I thought I had something going on. And so at that job, after all the drama and stuff from that job, I started looking after me. I'm like, I'm looking after me. So I started traveling. I started my YouTube channel. I started presenting myself better to make me feel good, because I honestly believe if you look good, you feel good. I started doing photo shoots and all that stuff like that. And honestly, I felt better, but it was still kind of like my life because it changed so much. Like, the pay jump was so crazy that, like, I'm really changing for the better. Like, you can provide more. I don't care what money may not buy you happiness, but it sure enough buy you comfort. So it was just that, and some part of me, like, still wasn't, I don't know. Like, but I know for the first time when I started traveling, I was like, this is amazing. Like, Seattle was amazing. I want to do this a lot. But the harassment at work got so bad that it messed up my health physically. I started getting sick every time I went into the building. I'm not lying. Like, my nose would bleed, or I would get this woozy, like, feeling, and it was just so much. And people, like, watching me like I'm a fish in water. It was so weird. It's like stalking by proxy or something like that. I don't know, but I had to leave that job, and I hated it, and I hated myself for it, because it's like I felt like I let people run me off my job. But at the same time, I was having this cognitive dissonance where it was like I'm happy that I chose me, but at the same time, I felt like it could have been better. Like, if them people weren't assholes or something like that. They stalked me to like months after I had left. It was so weird. I cannot describe how weird that was. Anyways, so in that time frame, I'm like getting to know me. Like, I'm painting. I'm doing good at the painting. I'm doing different stuff with my YouTube. I got into Legos and stuff like that. And I was going to take some more trips, but I didn't. And then so I had to go home. I ended up going home because one of my aunts got sick, and I was helping my grandma take care of her and stuff like that. And I can't stay in my home, so I just couldn't. So I ended up going to Texas for 9 months. I love Texas. Everybody in Texas, I don't know, it's something about the energy there. But like I told y'all, I eventually started wolfing, and I loved it. Like, that's where you farm, you go volunteer and farm for 2 weeks or a month. And then, like, when I did that, that's when I went to the Grand Canyon. And I'm like, that's on my bucket list. Like, I'm doing stuff on my bucket list. Like, I'm cool as hell. Like, and when I went to the Grand Canyon, someone was telling me to go to Phoenix, but I was like, I'm doing too much on my car. Let's not do it. So I went back to Texas. And then January the 1st, the person I was living with came me like, hey, you told me 6 months, and it'd been 9, and I still hadn't found a great job. So I was just like, I'm just gonna go to Phoenix. And I packed my bags. Yeah, my goal is to get out of debt so I can travel for a year and see everything. This is a choice for me to do that. I know everybody won't get behind it, and I want to get into IT. That's what I want to do, so I can work remote. And that's my goal, y'all. I just want to travel, just get to me and find me and what I like and what I like to do, and build a foundation within myself so nobody can take away anything from me again, if that makes sense. I don't want nobody to be able to feel like I'm not secure within myself that you can shake my foundation. I'm finding myself and I'm building myself to who I want to be. So
hello you guys, I'm back, and it's a lot later in the day, so now I'm gonna make my favorite dinner of all time. Okay, so I have to be extra careful because I'm gonna be boiling water this time, and we don't want hot boiling water spilling all over me. We don't want that. I already got enough problems as it is, okay? Okay, so I am gonna hold on to my pot. Last time a lot of you told me that I added too much water to my ramen, but guys, I like my, isn't ramen supposed to be watery and brothy? Ramen is a soup, right? Okay, I put my ramen off to the side on my, okay, here we go. It's boiling. And there we go. I'm gonna hold on to the pot on the handle. Oh my gosh, it already smells so good. 1, 2. And then I'm just gonna let it boil. Remember you guys, I like my ramen overly cooked. I like my ramen, my noodles soggy. Sorry if that makes you mad. Okay, you guys, the soup is ready. There it is. And here we go. First bite. It's so good. People ask me all the time, what's your favorite ramen flavor? And girl, I can never choose. I pretty much love all of the flavors. Somebody just parked next to me and I'm pretty sure they're looking at me crazy. So good, so good. I'm so sorry that if in my last video I seemed a little bit low energy. I'm currently homeless and unemployed, so like my life is a little mediocre at the moment. So I only like to post whenever I'm feeling happy, but I feel like I should also be posting the bad times as well. Cheers!
When you watch these clips, you realize this isn't just a few isolated cases of bad luck. This is a structural failure. We are watching the normalization of extreme poverty for the working class. While massive corporate landlords and private equity firms buy up single-family homes and artificially inflate rental markets, everyday workers are left figuring out how to cook ramen on a dashboard and where it's safe to park overnight without getting towed. People are working 40 hours a week, picking up gig work on the side, and still can't clear the income requirements or afford the massive deposits required for a basic apartment. The gap between what it costs to live and what a standard paycheck provides has broken wide open, and normal folks are the ones falling through the cracks. How many people in your own town do you think are secretly living this reality right now? Are you seeing more cars parked overnight in your local big box lots? Let me know what you're noticing down in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.